1, 2, 10. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So 20 push-ups were owed from the last practice session number 13. So I did those 20 push-ups, did 10 extra. We'll put those in the reserves. So if anybody has push-ups owed after today's practice session number 14, there'll already be 10 in reserve for them, okay? They won't know about those because this video is not gonna be out until after this practice session. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. For me, it's the morning, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. It is Saturday, it is March 20th, and it is 48 degrees out here. South Georgia. Last week it was 82 degrees. Now it's 48. But it's supposed to be going up to about 55, 57. As long as the sun stays out, that's perfect weather. All right? Not too hot, not too cold. Preloaders, welcome back. All right? Always nice to have you guys here with me. Please keep up the good work. All right? I support you guys 100%, and I know that you support me as well in my quest to get as many riders as possible to not only be proficient in slow speed motorcycle operation, but understand the importance of it. Okay, for those of you that have never been to this channel before, let me tell you a little bit about myself and the channel. My name is Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. I did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years were spent in the motorcycle unit. The name of this channel is called Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. And the purpose of this channel, more than one reason. The first reason is I wanted to share my knowledge, experience, and training that I received from the NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit with you guys, with a special focus on slow speed motorcycle operation, because that's the portion of riding a motorcycle that 98% of the motorcycle riding community is not proficient in, are not proficient in, I should say. And it's the most important part because that part of riding a motorcycle, that's what's required to keep this motorcycle upright, 15 miles per hour or less, without having to put your feet out. Remember, this is a heavy motorcycle. Every time you put your feet out, you're increasing the odds on injury to you, all right? To your legs, to your feet, to your hips, your bones, you know, especially if you ride a lot over time, these things take a toll. No reason for you to worry about using your feet when everything you need to know to keep this motorcycle upright and to have it go where you want to go, all of that is up here with your hands, all right? And your rear brake. So that's why I focus on that the most. I also want to help you be the boss of your motorcycle. And all that simply means is you being in 100% control and you having the confidence, that's the key word here, the confidence to do what you need to do to get this motorcycle to do what you want it to do. And that includes making right turns, left turns, and U-turns. Now that doesn't mean that you have to make U-turns in 18 feet and you have to scrape your boards. That's not what this is about at all. This is about getting your confidence level up so that when you're riding out there in the real world, doing simple things like making 27-foot U-turns, 24-foot U-turns, you're not going to be intimidated by that. I don't want you to be intimidated by this machine. That's where the boss thing comes in. The boss is not intimidated, okay? And lastly, I hold practice sessions in this parking lot, and those practice sessions are free to my subscribers, right? And those are my preloaders, okay? And if you want information on the practice sessions, all right, just go to the description section. There's information on practice sessions in there. There's definitions on what preloader is, what preload is, cone course dimensions, information on merchandise. There's a plethora of information in there, guys. So please go in there and check that out. Speaking of merchandise, as always, my wife is making sure that you guys are taken care of and that I'm taken care of when it comes to merchandise. This is one of the hoodies that she's made. There's actually a new one in the merchandise store right now, where this is actually bigger. And on the back, there's no picture of me. It just says preload. And I think it says Robert Simmons paying it forward as well. So guys, check that out. All right. If you're watching this on a smart television, you're not going to be able to see the merchandise. But if you're on a smart device, being a iPad or a cell phone, or if you're on your computer, you should be right under the comment section. You should be able to see it right there. All right, guys. But if you want to take a look at it and you are on television, here, take a look. All right, guys, as I always say, if you like my channel, if you get anything out of it, or if you just want to support the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. And if you'd like to be notified of any future videos that I put out, hit that notification bell and switch it to all, please. Also, for those of you that have contributed to the channel through donations, highly appreciate it, very much appreciate it, okay? You guys know I don't take anything for granted. So for those of you that take the time to send me anything, I appreciate that. For those of you that take the time to send me emails and comments, I appreciate that. And listen, I don't want you to think that everybody that sends me an email is they want something. Sometimes people just send me an email to tell me, great channel, thank you, I appreciate it, you helped me out with this. Or they just share something about themselves. Remember, we're preloaders, we're a family now. So this is not just about, gimme, it's just about sharing. Okay, so again, thank you guys, I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm sure those of you that have been to this channel before and you've watched these practice sessions, you clearly can see this is not my CVO. Okay, this is the practice motorcycle. This was the impulse buy that I purchased when I was in Daytona for Bike Week. All right, this is going to be my practice motorcycle now. This is my 2019 Road King Special. And I'm going to take you guys on the journey with me with this as well, because there's a lot of things I want to do to this motorcycle. At first, I wasn't going to bring it out for practice until I had everything done, like the saddlebag guards. That's in the works. And I got a bunch of lights I got to put on it. As far as I was concerned, while this motorcycle has incandescent bulbs on it, it didn't deserve to leave my garage. But I sent out I put on Instagram and on Facebook that it was going to be the debut today. So today's going to be the debut. I need to start getting used to this as well. All right, so this is the perfect place to get used to it, out here in the parking lot. All right, guys. So I will tell you that I'm naming this motorcycle. My other motorcycle doesn't have a name. The name of that motorcycle is Harley Davidson Street Glide CVO. This is going to be Equal's first cousin. Okay, and if you guys don't know who Equal is, type in Wood Jr., all right? And he's a YouTuber. Type in Wood Jr., and that'll answer your question on why this is Equal's first cousin, all right? Okay, so literally, I have no idea if anybody's coming here today. Like I always tell you guys, it doesn't matter, especially since I got this new motorcycle. I'm gonna set the course up as if I know people are coming, and if I'm the only one out here practicing today, I'll be the only one out here practicing today, okay? Of course, I always want to have people with me. That was the first purpose of me starting this whole thing, believe it or not. I was sick of practicing myself, and I said, if you guys want to come out and practice with me, and I thought at the time it would be people just locally. It's so crazy. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to check out this video right here, this is the first video I put out where I even mentioned anybody practicing with me. And look where we are now, okay? So I love it. Anyway, guys, enough talk. My wife just pulled up. She's driving the truck, and the truck has the cones in it. So let me get set up out here. And if anybody comes here, we'll talk to them. You guys know how we do it. And then we're going to get to work. All right, guys, we're going to get started. We're a little late again. And again, it's because of the submissions of the hold harmless agreement form. So what I will say to you guys, again, is please, if you get an email from me, if you're on the email list already, and you get an email regarding a practice session, the instructions for filling out the hold harmless agreement form, don't skim it. Read it. I even numbered it. That way you can go through the numbers, 1 through whatever it is. If you didn't go through all the numbers, you missed a step. And one of the last steps is the most important step, and that's going to ensure that a copy of that form is sent to me. If you didn't get an email from me telling you that I got it, that means I don't have it, all right? And I don't want you to have to come out here and then have to fill it out here and, you know, and then kind of put us behind, okay? All right, so please take care of that, guys. But we're going to talk to some riders now. We have a much more reasonable amount of riders here, okay? And man, guys, look at that motorcycle right there at the end. So I got a surprise for you when it comes to that. That is a nice motorcycle. All right, but we're going to talk to this gentleman right here first. All right, sir. Welcome. And what is your name?
Anthony Manigault.
Where are you from, Anthony?
Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
How long have you been riding the motorcycle?
25, 30 years.
Nice. What are you riding today?
Riding 2021 Harley Davidson Fat Boy.
All right, let's take a look at it. Guys, soon as he rolled up on this Fat Boy, you guys know how I feel about the Fat Boy. And this one is just, oh man, it's, I'll let you look at it. Woo! Brand spanking new.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love this. Love that bezel. And you listen, guys, I know I'm going to be saying stuff about this motorcycle throughout the day because every time I look at it, it's like a pretty girl. You can't just look once, you know? All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills?
I would say 3 or 4. 3 or 4.
3 or 4 is good. 3 or 4 is good.
Yeah.
All right. Looking forward to seeing you throw this thing around, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who else we got here? All right, sir, what is your name?
James.
James, where you from?
Beaufort, South Carolina.
How long you been riding, James?
Just shy of 5 years.
And what are you riding?
It's a 2020 Chieftain Dark Horse 116.
All right, let's take a look at her. Oh, nope, it's right behind me. Now, you ceramic coated this yourself, correct?
Yes, sir.
Your name again?
James.
So, guys, James is hands-on. If you see something on his bike, he did it himself. He ceramic coated this bike himself. And it looks really, really nice. Got the Saddleman seat.
Yes, sir.
Ceramic coated the helmet. Custom Dynamics lights. He said he just put that on himself. And the pipes. You did the pipes too?
Yes, sir.
It looks good, man. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
Before watching your videos, I was probably at like a solid 2. I'd say I'm probably about like a 3, 3.5 now.
Beautiful. All right, welcome. Looking forward to you having some fun out here. Okay. Sir, what is your name?
Tom,
Tom, where you from?
right here, Savannah.
Oh, beautiful. A local.
Yep, there.
How long you been riding, Tom?
Been back in it about 4 years now.
Okay, getting back in it. So you were in it before?
Yes, in my younger years, dirt bikes, had a couple street bikes, and gave them all up when the kids came along.
Yep. See, guys, I say this all the time. The kids. You know, we make a lot of sacrifices for you guys. I hope you appreciate it. All right? Okay, what are you riding?
I ride a 2017 Indian Springfield.
Oh, he's represent Indian. Okay. James is represent Indian. Woo, look at these pipes, guys. Ooh, you get too close to that, it's going to cut you. Very nice. A lot of chrome. Wow, look at that big headlight bezel. How long you had this motorcycle?
Since 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. Bought it in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
And on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills?
Maybe a 4.
Okay, 4 is good. 4 is excellent, actually. All right. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
All right. You know what? I'm going to save that guy for last. You see Bill looking in the corner of his eyes? That's the same thing Bill does when he's making his turns. He won't turn his head. All right, Bill. Oh, sorry. I keep saying I'm not going to say people's names. I always say, Bill, tell the people your name.
Bill,
Where you from, Bill?
right around here, Alabama, Georgia, about 20 miles away.
How long you been riding, Bill?
For a year this time. Prior to that, probably 6, 7, 8 years, kind of on and off all my life.
And what are you riding?
2020 Sport Glide.
All right. We're going to go look at your motorcycle. We just came from over here. Bill always has at least one riding glove on the floor. And I'm going to use the term riding glove loosely. Guys, that's a construction glove. That's whatever you're doing while you're wearing it type of glove. That's what it is.
That's the fair weather gloves. I put the motorcycle gloves up. It's not that hot and cold.
Ah. Yeah, and you see, guys, you see Bill was ready. At first, Bill said he wasn't going to come because it was chilly out. But you can see Bill got his chaps on. I'm pretty sure he's going to take those off at some point because it's getting warm already.
Yes, it is.
All right, Bill, on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills?
Well, I moved up from last week. I was a soft 3, if you remember. Well, I'm just going to be a 3 because nobody knows what a soft 3
That's
is.
right. And that's what I said, guys. Bill said he was a soft 3. I said, I don't know what the hell that is. All right? I thought it was I don't know. I don't know what it is. Okay. All right. Sir, what is your name?
Clay,
Clay, where you from?
Buford,
Buford what?
South Carolina.
Okay. So I know where it is, but you
Beaufort, South Carolina, not Beaufort.
Buford.
Yeah, Beaufort. South
Gotcha. How long you been riding?
Carolina. This time around, about a year. Before that was about 20 years ago, and it was probably about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a while.
Okay. And what are you riding?
2019 Harley Street 750.
Oh, let me see. Where is that? Whoa, look at this. Guys, I've never seen this kind of motorcycle before in my life. And this is a 2019.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bill, I found your practice motorcycle.
Well, either that one or hers.
This was perfect for practice on. It's really nimble.
Absolutely.
It's real nimble.
You guys park these outside?
Yeah, not no more though.
Okay.
That's why they're dirty.
And listen, I want you guys to know what looks like dirt on our motorcycles is pollen. It's pollen season down here, and the pollen's bad. It's really bad. Like you wash your car, and when you get home, it's already green. So just so you know. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills on this baby?
About a 2, 2.5.
Okay, outstanding, good. All right. We have, I almost said her name, but I'll let her say it. Well, first of all, this is one of the violators I was talking to you about. So we're going to see if she's straight now. What's your name, dear?
Pam.
Pam, are you straight now?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You should have my email.
Okay, very good. Where are you from, Pam?
Beaufort, South Carolina.
Okay, how long have you been riding the motorcycle?
This one a year. Before that, it was 250, and that was about a year.
Okay, good. That's all right, very good.
Moving up.
What are you riding?
Honda Rebel 500.
What year is it?
2020? Yeah.
2020.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
let's take a look. Oh, there it is. Whoa, chain driven.
Yeah.
Bill said he was going to borrow this motorcycle from you
Yep. Well, welcome to.
as a training bike. See, guys, I looked at this motorcycle, and then I would have never guessed this was a 2020. Oh, it's a digital. Nice. Did you add that or it came with that?
It came with that. It just doesn't tell me the gears.
Oh, that's a pain in the butt.
So my boyfriend added the little gear. thing.
Oh, this thing right here?
Yeah, tell me what gear I'm in.
Ah. And your boyfriend is?
Clay.
Okay, I just have to make sure.
Yeah.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills?
A 1.
Okay, good. All
And it
right.
would actually be a 0 if you would say 0 out of 10. It would be a 0.
Well, listen, last
I have
week,
none.
last week, there was a guy here that was -2. So,
Oh, okay, I don't be -3. we keep our. I have none.
okay, so we're going to work on that, okay? That's why you're here.
That's right.
I'm
That's
glad you're here.
why I'm here.
All right, nice to
Thank
meet you. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we got this guy right here. Let me get out of the sun. I got to shoot this way. All right, step up here, please, sir. What is your name?
Name is Trevino, or TC Simmons.
Yes. Guys, this is my brother from another mother, Trevino Simmons. All right, where you from?
From McDonough, Georgia.
How long you been riding a motorcycle?
17 years.
What kind of motorcycle are you riding today?
I'm riding a 2018 BMW K1600 bagger.
Okay. All right, guys, this is going to take a while. Show us this bike, man. Come on over here, man. Show us this bike. Oh, I'm sorry. Your bike's right here. Go ahead.
Hey, it's
Just
right
talk to us about it. You know what? Let me just go around it first and say what I got to say. If you don't mind taking off these yellow covers, I want you guys to see. You can only take off one. That's fine. That this is just a cover. Guys, so look at this light. If you have a missing child and you need light, you call this guy to ride his motorcycle over. Look at that thing.
Oh, yeah,
One,
find them too.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I must. No, yeah, that's 9 lights on the front of this BMW. Trevino, I got to tell you, I'm very happy to see this motorcycle. I've been waiting for somebody to have a sport type looking motorcycle to come out here because people have been asking, can I do these kind of things on a sport bike? And the answer is always the same. Everything is the same. Nothing changes. The only thing that does change for you is your lean angle is going to be a lot better. Look at this. There's lights back there. It says that he's in the Iron Butt Association, so he rides. You see these flags? These are all the places he's allegedly ridden. I believe you, man. I'm just messing around. You got GPS antennas. There's one there. There's one there. There's the Black Panther. Oh my gosh. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at this thing right here. This is he said to put his bag up there for snacks. He's got a thing there for a mount for either a GoPro or whatever. I mean, woo! There's the thing for the heated gear. Why do they keep using that red wire? I don't know. They're just trying to mess with people. Speakers there. Speakers there. All right, did I miss anything?
Negative.
Beautiful. Oh, I did miss something. There's a camera right there. And there's a camera right here. No front-facing camera. Hold up. See? So you got a camera facing him. Oh, yep, there it is right there. So 3 cameras. Guys, if you don't notice about me, I love gadgets. I'm a gadget guy. The more gadgets, the better. Just like lights. The more lights, the better. Look at this motorcycle. And on top of all of that stuff, it looks good. Oh, here are the things that allegedly will make deer go away. Is that correct?
They do work.
Oh, they do work. Okay. So, all right. Did I get everything?
You caught everything. That was it.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed operating skills?
I'll do a 4.
4. Okay. 4 is good. I got a feeling he's lowballing it, but that's cool. You know, you don't want to come in too high. All right. So that's everybody. We're going to get started now. Exercises 1 through 9 and a bonus. Let's do it. First thing we're going to do is exercise number 1. Exercise number 1 is just stopping and then starting. It sounds simple, but you'd be surprised. A lot of people, you know, they're not using the proper technique. And the proper technique starts there. And it goes, if you're doing the proper thing there, trust me, it goes every place else. And what I'm talking about is stopping your motorcycle properly, first of all, which is I want you guys to come all the way over here. And then I want you to accelerate, get up to 2nd gear. And then I want you to slow down, downshift. When you're initially slowing down, front brake. If you want to use front and rear brake, fine. If your motorcycle has link brakes, you don't have to worry about that. Once you get about 10 miles per hour, you shouldn't be on your front brake anymore. It's all rear brake. Now, I keep getting the same questions. Why can't I use the front brake and bring it all the way to a stop? Can you? Absolutely. But you want to get out of the habit of when you're at slow speeds, grabbing your front brake. Because when the crap hits the fan, because you're so accustomed to doing that, you're going to do that, and the motorcycle is going to go down, or the odds of it going down are a lot higher, okay? So that's why we say, especially when we're out here doing this, when you're out here doing slow speed maneuvers, you're never touching the front brake, never. Now, sometimes your motorcycle can be sitting like this and it moves a little bit and you kind of do that to stop it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you're actually riding the motorcycle. You already have one hand on the clutch. The last thing you want is your other hand on the brake. Now you're kind of riding your motorcycle like this, you know. So anyway, enough said about that. I also want you to, a lot of people are not accustomed to using the rear brakes. The pads are almost brand new. When you get to 10 miles per hour, slow down, and as soon as you're about to stop, which means you're in control of that, you're the boss, as soon as the motorcycle stops, that's when you put your foot out and put it down. Don't ride like this, you know, don't stop and do this, because you're in control of when the motorcycle stops. So it's not like it's a surprise. You know when it's going to happen, all right? Then, the most important part, when it's time to pull off, preload and keep it loaded. Preload and keep it loaded. Preload and keep it loaded. That's the biggest thing, because we're so focused on what we're doing after the preload, forget about the keep it loaded. When it's much more important here than it is there. But like I said, if you start doing stuff the right way, from a simple stop, it will become muscle memory. Everything you do, the start of it, starts the same way. Preload and keep it loaded, because you want to make sure you have power going to the rear wheel. And you want to keep it going to the rear wheel. So, like James, I didn't hear everybody's motorcycle, well, I don't remember, but his motorcycle sounds good. So he can always listen and hear. You don't have to be looking at your gauges to see what your RPMs are. I'm not saying never look. Look, see what it is and how it sounds. And then go from there. You'll know where you are. You know if it's too high, you know if it's too low. And wherever it is, keep it there. Okay, you're going to hear me say that so many times. You're going to hear a lot of things a lot of times, because this is not rocket science. The rules don't change. It's the same stuff. Preload and keep it loaded. Look at head and eyes and throttle, clutch, rear brake. It's always the same. Nothing new has been introduced. The only thing new is a Honda, what is it, DCT with no clutch. And that's not that's new, but it's not helping us. You know, it just took something away. I think it helps on the highway or whatever. Anyway, now I'm rambling. Okay, all right. Anybody have any questions about what I want over there? Okay, good. So you guys line up, come one at a time. All right, matter of fact, I'll wave you when I'm ready for you to come. And again, remember, you're not using your rear brake when you're still going about 25 miles per hour. I had a couple of guys do that, and you hear, you're locking your rear wheel up. 10 miles per hour, and remember, once you're going that slow, you're no longer in the friction zone anyway. Your clutch is all the way in, you're kind of just like coasting. Because remember, if you ever feel like I'm coasting and I'm going too slow and I feel like, uh-oh, what do you have to do?
Hit your brake.
No, let the clutch out. Yeah, I heard you guys say it. If you ever feel like you're gonna fall, that's your answer, all right? And that's what we're gonna do when we get to exercise number 3. All right, guys, preloaders, let's go, let's do it. All right, guys, exercise number 1. Accelerate, get up to second gear, decelerate with the front brake, downshift. Once you get about 10 miles per hour, no front brake. Perfect. Preload, keep it loaded. Nice. That's what we want. That is Tom. Now we got James here. So we got 2 Indians in a row. Perfect. Did you hear that preload? Perfect. Preload and keep it loaded. So when he first preloads and as he pulls off, the engine sounds the same. Or it might even go up, but I just don't want it to go down. I don't want it to drop. Okay, this is Pam. She downshifted. Very good. Come on, Pam. Perfect. Preload. And keep it loaded. Slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. Load it, load it, load it. Okay. And we're gonna work on that. Oh God, this fat boy. I'm talking about the motorcycle. Looks so good. I gotta tell you, not only does this motorcycle look good, you look good on it. Like it fits you perfectly. All right, that was excellent. Cover that rear brake before you pull off. Yep, cover it. Preload. Keep it loaded. Beautiful. We're only gonna do this like twice and then we'll move on. Okay, I think this guy's name is Jason, no, Clay. All right, Clay? Yep. That's your name, Clay. All right, preload, keep it loaded. Nice. All right, so far good. I'm not gonna forget Trevino, because this is the brother from another mother. And the other guy's name was Anthony on the fat boy. Perfect. Oh, there we go. Nice. Now he's kind of doing like an exercise number 3 thing, so we'll go over that. When the motorcycle starts to move, then you pick your foot up. All right? And very important, he checked to make sure he was in the right gear, and he wasn't. He was in 2nd gear. You want to make sure you're in the right gear before you do anything slow speed motorcycle related. Good job, Bill. All right, this is Tom. If I say people's names over and over, it's easier for me to remember them. Downshift. Very good. Perfect. Park where we started. Yeah, his pipes sound good too. Downshift. Very good. Perfect. Park back where we started. Nice preload and nice keeping it loaded. Keep it loaded, guys. Here comes Pam. Pam's gonna leave here at least a 1 today. Watch. At least a 1. She said she was in the negatives. Maybe even higher than a 1. You'd be surprised. Beautiful. Preload, keep it loaded. Park where we started. There we go. All right, here comes Tony. I'm just gonna verify his name is Anthony. Anthony, right? Yes. All right. Park where we started. Good job. All right, downshift. Beautiful. Park where we started. Whoa. It was. Keep it loaded.
I put that stuff on the down pad.
Preload, keep it loaded. Good. Oh man, I'm blinded. So the only reason those lights are yellow is because he's got the cover on them. But otherwise, everything is white. I know that looks really nice at night. Oh, I see now the yellow covers. Okay, very good. Park where we started. Yeah, he's gonna do good at trust and believe because he's kind of doing it right here. Not really, but close to it. And last but not least, we got Bill. Bill likes to be the caboose. Perfect, Bill, perfect. All right, that's the first time in a long time that nobody grabbed the front brake. All right, guys, exercise number 2, slow ride. All right, guys, that was a good job. This is the first time in weeks that somebody didn't have a push-up penalty with that front brake. So excellent work. Now, Trevino, you're almost doing exercise number 3 when you pull off. So I want you guys to know, as soon as the motorcycle starts to move, then pick your foot up. You don't have to pick your foot up and then move the motorcycle. We'll do that in exercise number 3, all right? So I already know you're not gonna have a problem with exercise number 3 because you're kind of doing it already anyway, all right? So next thing we're gonna do is exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 is called the slow ride. So as I say before, if you're going from this line to this line, exercise number 2 is how you're gonna get there. You're gonna start it out like exercise number 1, preload, keep it loaded, open up your clutch into the friction zone slowly. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick your foot up, rear brake, put your foot back down. I don't care how short the distance is, we don't duck walk our motorcycles. Why do that? Let the motorcycle do it. We got guys that got reverse on their motorcycles. So if we got a motorcycle that's gonna go back by itself, why are you using your own power to move it up? Okay? All right. So in exercise number 2, that's what we're doing. That simulates you being in traffic or whatever. So remember in exercise number 1, like I said, preload, keep it loaded, open up the clutch slowly into the friction zone. As soon as you feel the motorcycle starting to move, pick your foot up, keep it loaded, because in exercise number 1, the light's green or you stopped at the stop sign. So now you're going up to 2, second gear, third gear, you're going. Exercise number 2, the difference there is, it starts out just like exercise number 1, but the difference is there's traffic. So now you slowly open your hand up into the friction zone and you stay in the friction zone, all right? But I want you to go even slower. This is really heavy traffic. I'm gonna be walking next to you, all right? That's how slow I want you to go. I want you to kind of feel like you want to put your foot down. And instead of putting your foot down, open up the clutch. You're going to be on that rear brake too. So when you open up the clutch and it speeds you up a little bit, use your rear brake to slow you back down. If you're passing me, I'm going to say, you're going too fast, you're going too fast. We'll do it a couple of times, and if I see you need to go again, we'll go again. Okay? Anybody got any questions about that? Remember, preload, keep it loaded. Listen to your engine. I want you guys to dream about this tonight because it's relevant with everything we do. Wherever your clutch is and wherever your throttle is, I'm not talking about when you're not moving. When you actually start moving, if you can move at a certain speed with your hand like this, with your clutch like this, wherever it is on your motorcycle, and your throttle where it is, just keep it there. Now when I say keep it there as close as possible, because clearly things are going to fluctuate. But I'd rather you be on the high side rather than the low side. So if you fluctuate down, you're still good. If you're low and you fluctuate down, you might still be good in this, but not good in that. Remember, I want you to always be thinking like you're doing this everywhere else, because it's the same thing, all right? All right, so you guys, you don't have to go all the way around, but line up right there. We'll do it one at a time. All right, guys, exercise number 2, slow ride. We got James going first. All right, let's go, James. Very nice. He's using that rear brake. You hear his throttle? That's how his throttle is. Perfect, good job. All right, let's do it. Slow down. Good. Throttle's good, very good. Slow down. Very good, Tom. See how his throttle? Throttle was even. Whoa, look at Bill. Bill's not going last. I don't believe it. I know Bill likes to be the caboose. Good job, Bill. Hear his engine? Steady the whole time. Keep that throttle up. Keep it just like that. Slow down. Keep the throttle up. Slow down. Keep the throttle up. All right, let's try it again. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, guys. Slow down, keep the throttle up. Throttling the motorcycle doesn't always mean give the rear power, give the rear wheel power. It means keeping your loads there, preload and keep it loaded. So when you need it, it's there by letting out the clutch. Perfect. You hear his engine? Pretty much steady. Fluctuations here and there, but for the most part steady, and that's what you want. Using the rear brake perfectly. All right, good job, Trevino. That was excellent. All right, let's go. Cover that rear brake. Good. Good. Oh man, you're a natural. It's perfect. Good job. One more time. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay, this is Clay. Slow down. That's right, keep the throttle steady. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. I forgot, if you got a full face helmet on, you can't hear me going, slow down. You guys can hear me because I got a microphone right under my chin. But he can't hear me. Cover that rear brake. Good. Very nice. Good park over there. Ah, very good, Bill. This guy's a new man, I'm telling you. New man. Bill, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the preloaders. Let me hit it low, preload. Keep it right there. Slow down. Good. Slow down. Slow down. Very good. Excellent. I'm telling you, she's gonna be a 1, I guarantee it. At minimum. There's a floor, there's no ceiling. Remember that. And the handlebars on this motorcycle are like perfectly situated to do a bunch of stuff out here. I'm liking it. Very good, Trevino. Good park over there. Nice, they're nicely situated. Good. Nice. Oh, that's really nice. I got to slow down to walk next to you. That's how good this is. This is good. He's practicing for the follow the leader because you know what's going to happen in the follow the leader. All right, man. Good job. And last but not least, we got Clay. Perfect. Throttle is perfect. Good job. All right, exercise number 3. Trust and believe. Out here. Ooh, I'm gonna have to start pulling off layers soon. All right, that was beautiful. We got bookends. I don't know why we got bookends, but we got bookends. Yeah, guys, that was perfect. All of your throttles were nice. Pam, I know it seemed like an oxymoron. I was saying slow down, throttle, slow down, throttle. Throttle is your preloaded and that's keeping it loaded. It doesn't mean that you're going faster, all right? It's just keeping it up there, keeping your revs up, where if you need to, you feel like you're gonna fall, it's a little bit of a, all right? Okay. Next thing we're going to do, I always say it, is Bill's favorite exercise. Exercise number 3, trust and believe. The purpose of this exercise is just to get you to trust and believe that as long as there's power going to the rear wheel of your motorcycle, you don't have to worry about anything. The motorcycle's not going to fall. It's also going to get you accustomed to, when you get that feeling, instead of going like this, just go like that. Because you're going to be loaded already. I don't know why I always start talking about this and don't have my motorcycle. Okay, so we're going to go through this by the steps. These steps don't change that often. We go through the same steps in exercise number 4 with a few exceptions. So obviously the motorcycle's already running, so that's not one of the steps. Step number 1 is, I'll turn the motorcycle on. Make sure your motorcycle's in first gear. Step number 1. And like I said, over there in exercise number 1, Trevino said, well, still in second gear. It's happened to all of us, mostly Harley people, and we know why. I was just talking to James, and James confirmed it. I already know my motorcycle had it. When his clutch is out, the motorcycle still tells him what gear he's in, all right? But we get in the habit, just in case you ride another motorcycle, first gear, all right? Second step, cover the rear brake. Third step, preload and keep it loaded. It's very important in this exercise. Preload and keep it loaded. All right? What step was I up to? 3? Step number 4, bring your clutch right before the sweet spot. So if you move your hand like this and the motorcycle moves, pull it back, right there. Because you don't want your hand all the way in, and now when you need that power, you got to search for it, and if you panic, you let it out, and right before it. That's step number 4. Step number 5, slowly release the clutch. No, I'm sorry. That's over there. Step number 5 is pick up your left foot. Just like that. But instead of putting your foot down like I just did, you're just going to open up your hand. In this exercise, the only thing you have to worry about is this hand. But I want you to feel the sensation of falling and then associating it with this rather than putting your foot down. All right, so going through the steps. Make sure I'm in first gear. Check. Cover the rear brake. Check. Preload. Keep it loaded. And it doesn't have to be high, just steady. So you have that power. Bring my clutch right before the sweet spot. All right, there it is. There it is. So I'm right there. Pick up my left foot. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, just let that clutch out. All right, that's it. Now clearly the motorcycle started to fall to the right. That's why it went to the right. If it starts to fall to the left, it'll go to the left. It doesn't matter. Do it again. Actually, I'll do it from the side. Make sure I'm in first gear. Check. Cover the rear brake. Check. Preload. Keep it loaded. Check. Bring my clutch right before the sweet spot. There it is. When I'm ready, pick up my left foot. As soon as the motorcycle starts to fall, let my clutch hand out. All right? So right there, that's what happens if you don't have your clutch hand out enough. So I said, you know what? If you feel the motorcycle starting to fall, like, oh, even more so, the later you wait, just give it a little throttle. You're already preloaded. If your preload's not enough, just give it some more. It's pretty much the same thing that you're doing here. Any questions? All right, you guys are gonna line up right here. I see it in her eyes. Pam wants to go first. So I'm happy to oblige. If you drop your motorcycle here, it's not a big deal. All right? Pick it up. You know what you did wrong. As long as you know what you did wrong. And she's got protection too, on top of protection. So, all right, what are the steps? How many steps are there? See, I'm giving you quizzes. You didn't know what were coming. 5? Okay, let's go through it. Step number 1.
First gear.
Check. Step number 2. Cover the brake. Good. Step number 3. Preload. And keep it loaded. Yes, that's so important. Step number 4. Right before the sweet spot. Good. And then step number 5. That's right. Pick your foot up. And when you feel like the motorcycle is going to fall, let that clutch hand out. Give yourself some more throttle just to make you feel better. Clay, come on, man. She said, oh my God. Come on, Clay. And it's only the first time going through it, so, you know, this takes time. Rome wasn't built overnight. All right, first gear, good. Cover the rear brake. Uh-huh. Don't move yet. Okay, we'll let him do that again. Let's get Tony in here with the fat boy. Beautiful. First gear, check. Cover the rear brake. 2. Good. Reload, keep it loaded. 3. Clutch right before the sweet spot. All right, don't move. You don't want to move first. You want to put your foot up first. All right. Let it up. Good. Good. All right, here comes Trevino with the BMW. All right, first gear. Uh-huh. Beautiful. I knew that his throttle kind of went down, but he picked it back up. He let that clutch out. And the most important thing is he didn't put his foot down. He didn't panic. And he was doing, like I said, he was kind of doing that in exercise number 1 anyway. All right, first gear, check. He's covering the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot, very good. He's gonna pick his foot up. All right, you can try it again. All right, even when you pulled over here, I want more throttle. Okay. All right, it's kind of idling. And you don't want to idle, especially when you turn. Keep that throttle up. Good. Good. And Bill, back in his position. Caboose. Save the best for last. All right. I still need Bill to trust and believe. I want him to pick that foot up without the motorcycle moving an inch. I don't want it moving at all. All right, Pam, that was good. It's only the first time, so don't worry about it. We just got here. We're warming up. All right, how many steps? You were correct the last time.
5.
Yeah, 5 steps. I want you to say them out loud. What are you doing? First gear, uh-huh. Very good. Very good. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Give me some more throttle. Don't move. Give me more throttle. More. Leave it right there. Wow. Pick up your foot. Don't let the motorcycle go. There you go. Let the clutch out. Beautiful. All right, Clay. No competition, no pressure, but she did great. She did great, so.
That's cool.
Let it out, let it out. It's okay. Now all he did was, he had enough throttle, he just didn't open the clutch up. And that's why we want the clutch right before the sweet spot. So all you have to do is that. He had the clutch too far in. All right. Preload, keep it loaded. Don't move that motorcycle an inch until your foot is up. All right, Trevino, I don't want this motorcycle to move an inch until your foot is up. Okay, you did it right the first time anyway, but. Let it out, let the clutch out. Good, perfect. All right, don't beat yourself up. That was only the first time. I don't want this motorcycle to move an inch until your foot is up. Trust and believe. There we go. Perfect. That was perfect. There you go. Your throttle sounds better. Don't let this motorcycle move an inch until your foot is up. Nope, don't let that throttle out. Keep that throttle. Nice. And I can actually see his throttle, and because he's riding an Indian, I can see what gear he's in too. I'm not going to let that up because, all right, Bill, show him how it's done. Better. I'm not going to stop talking about the fact that Indian provides that because it's something that Harley needs to get on top of, period. That was excellent, Pam. Copy and paste.
Awfully high.
How many steps?
5.
Okay, good. What seems high?
The throttle.
Don't worry about how high that seems. This is what's going to allow the power through. So you could have that all the way up. If you only let a little through, that's all you're going to get is a little. Don't move. Up, keep the throttle up. Nice. Trust and believe. There you go, let it out. Yeah, he's slow to let his clutch out. All right, copy and paste. That was perfect last time. Preload. Nice. And guys, look at the windshield on here. He ain't getting no wind, no buffeting, nothing. Nice, nice. Trust and believe. Perfect. Yeah, James does that perfectly. Okay, he moved he moved a little bit at first, but then he actually stopped it and then went again, so that's cool. Bill's still moving a little bit before he picks his foot up. He doesn't trust and believe. All right, after this time, go straight across exercise number 4. Nope. Okay. All right, after this, you're going to be going to exercise number 4. Throttle! You hear that throttle going down. Woo! Nice. After this, you're going to be going over there, exercise number 4. Don't move, don't move. Nice. You ripped me off a little bit. Nice. Trevino didn't waste no time that time. All right, James, you're doing this perfectly. Keep it up. Perfect. Perfect. That's how it's supposed to be done. Exactly how it's supposed to be done. Nice. And last but not least, Bill, whoa, you're like Evel Knievel now. Come on, man. Nice. All right. Exercise number 4, right turns and left turns. All right, guys, exercise number 4, right turns and left turns from a stop. Again, something that seems so simplistic, and believe it or not, people that don't know how to ride a motorcycle watch this and think that it's ridiculous. What's wrong with these people? Just make the turn. Easier said than done, right? Okay, so we're gonna go over that. So everything that we've done here, again, it's not all, this is not set up haphazardly. It's all done for a reason. Exercise number 1, the way you start, that's the way you're gonna start. And exercise number 2 is gonna be the way you approach this turn. Now, the first time you guys go through, I just want you to go right through, okay? The second time you go through, you're gonna stop at the white line right here. Now, if you guys need to get up to look at what I'm talking about, fine. If not, okay. We're gonna talk about the fact that A, you don't have to lean your motorcycle going through this turn. Exercises 1 through 4 require no lean. Now, when you ride straight through without stopping, if you do like a slight lean, that's cool, all right? I just want you to know you don't have to do it. If you go through here, exercise number 2 style, going as slow as you can take, the motorcycle could be straight up as you go through here, all right? What I will tell you is, you have plenty of room here to make this turn, plenty of room. Even with your front wheel on this white line, or right before the white line. So I'm telling you that because you don't have to worry about having your handlebars turned prior to the motorcycle moving. It's not that kind of turn. Now, if you go past the white line, yeah, then you don't have to do that. But we're not doing that here today, all right? You can kind of go straight. Everything that we do out here today, your head and your eyes should be facing the horizon. You shouldn't be looking down. Don't look at your gauges. And if you do, it should be a glance, okay? But even later on, when we're actually making turns, I don't even want you glancing down. Wherever you're looking, that's where you're looking. Because that one glance will bring your handlebars in, okay? All right. Preload. Well, same steps, kind of, sort of. When you're doing it from a stop, make sure you're in first gear, step number 1. Cover the rear brake, step number 2. Preload and keep it loaded, step number 3. And keep it loaded, still step number 3. And keep it loaded, okay? Step number 4, clutch, right before the sweet spot, okay? Step number 5, head and eyes. Look where you want to go. Not where you're going, where you want to go. Step number 6, slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. And step number 7, as soon as you feel the motorcycle starting to move, pick up your left foot. Let's make step number 8, turn the handlebars. I really don't want to make it a separate step. I want to make it a part of 7. Pick up your foot and turn your handlebars. All right, so I'll go over 2 things, only because somebody did it here. When I say I want you to look where you want to go, don't start here, all right? When you get to the turn, then you look. Pam, what are we turning first? Our head and our eyes or our handlebars?
Head and eyes.
That's right. Head and eyes, handlebars. Head and eyes, handlebars. Head and eyes, handlebars. So one guy said, I don't understand. Why am I not making this turn? I'm turning my head and eyes. You got to turn the handlebars too, okay? Remember, this motorcycle is designed to turn by turning the handlebars. It's also designed to lean. We don't have to lean here. Now, your rear brake is very important in this. Anything you kind of do in slow speed it is, but especially stuff where it's confined. Because when you first let the clutch out slowly, sometimes people let it out and they get a little too much speed. And speed takes away distance for you. So if you feel like it's going to go too fast, hit that rear brake to correct you. Make the turn, head and eyes, boom. You guys, I know you've watched this before where people, I know everything in their brain is telling them go left and they go straight through here. Some people actually go straight, all right? So that's one of 2 things. Usually it's balance. If your balance is off, people go, uh-oh, and the first response is, let me just give it some more speed because they're saying, I'm panicking. Lucille, take over, whatever the name of your motorcycle is, right? But we're the boss here. This is where bosses are created. Exercise number 4. So the motorcycle is going to go where you want it to go, not where it wants to go. So when you're making a right turn, remember when you're making a left turn, your left foot is down already. So when you pick up your foot, the motorcycle is already kind of leaning to the left. So that's why it's easier to make that left turn. When it's time to make a right turn, you want to kind of give yourself just a little push. You're not doing anything crazy. Remember, everything we do is subtle. We don't do anything drastic. We don't do anything herky-jerky. Because if you do something herky-jerky, your motorcycle is going to react herky-jerky. Everything we do out here, or riding a motorcycle period, subtle movements, subtle movements. Even when you're emergency braking, you're not grabbing at the brake. It's a slow and controlled squeeze, right? Okay, so when you make a right turn, like I said, just give yourself a little push. Everything else is the same. Nothing else changes. Head and eyes, look where you want to go. Look where you want to go. Turn the handlebars. And please keep it loaded. If you see anybody's motorcycle drop here, the answer is always the same. They didn't keep it loaded. Now, keep it loaded can mean two things. Today, I brought my motorcycle here for the first time. I was doing figure eights in the U-turn, and I dropped my motorcycle. I dropped it because I had enough throttle. I'm listening to it. But because I'm used to my other clutch, I didn't have my clutch out enough. So if your throttle's too low, it's the same thing as your clutch being in too much. It equals not enough power to the rear wheel, okay? So you have to find that spot, and once you find that spot, you can kind of pretty much do whatever you want to do. You don't have to worry about it. Any questions? All right, so I'm just going to run through it quickly, again, just to show you there's no lean. Then I'm going to do it from a stop, and then we'll have Pam. Pam's going to do everything first today. You guys don't notice, but she sent me an email requesting to be out in the front. So I'm a pleaser guy. I like to please people. Straight through. Now you see, as I go faster, now I have to lean because it's taking away space. If I go even faster, now I gotta lean even more. But remember, this is a slow speed. We do slow speed stuff here, so everything is slow. Make sure I'm in first gear. Cover the rear brake. Preload and keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Head and eyes, look where I want to go. Slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick up my foot. Turn the handlebars. Oh. That's another thing, guys. That's an example where I lost my balance. That's an example of pushing the brake sometimes too hard. Now, sometimes that can help you. If you, like when we're doing the follow the leader and we're doing that slow ride, and I'm trying to purposely get you guys to put your foot down, sometimes if you feel the motorcycle going to the left, all you have to do is press down the rear brake just to kind of give you a weight. It's all about weight distribution. And remember, guys, everything that we're doing out here, for the most part, requires you to let your motorcycle fall. And then you catch it with the throttle and the clutch. All right, as slight as that may be. Exercise number 3, the motorcycle's falling, you're letting the clutch out to pick it back up. When you go to make a left turn, unless you're doing it perfectly straight up, initially, the motorcycle is starting to fall a little bit. And then you give the rear wheel some power, and that's what stabilizes it. Guys, if I take a nickel out right now, maybe not on this because it's on a smooth surface, and I roll it, it's going to roll by itself until it loses power, and then it's going to fall. Same thing here with this rear wheel. As long as there's power there, it'll stay up forever. That's why you can get on the highway, put both your feet up, take your hands off the handlebars. The motorcycle's fine, doesn't need you. But that's why we're here, because we want to be the boss, okay? All right, so I am going to say that in order to really get this and feel comfortable with it, you have to feel comfortable being uncomfortable. But it's such a slight amount of time to be uncomfortable, because when you first do that lean and then you go straight, it was that quick. Now, of course, if you're doing like circles like this, that's different. We're not even talking about that though, right? All right, do some right turns, and then we'll get Pam in here. Now, even from right here, same thing. Making sure I'm in first gear, cover the rear brake, preload and keep it loaded, clutch right before the sweet spot, look where I want to go. Now, I'm close to Pam now, so I'm gonna turn my handlebars first. As soon as my motorcycle starts to move, pick up my foot. If I feel like, when I pick up my foot, if I feel like, uh-oh, I'll let the clutch out some more. That's all. Balance off. Doesn't matter. First gear, rear brake, preload and keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Head and eyes, look where I want to go. Let the clutch out slowly into the friction zone. As soon as my motorcycle starts to move, pick my foot up. Now I want to be clear. This is not exercise number 3. You don't have to pick your foot up first and then, no. Just like exercise number 1. When you feel it moving, then pick your foot up, okay? All right, any questions? Pam, show them how it's done, just straight through. And you guys can all just follow her, just go straight through. Nice. Very nice. Looking good, we're looking good. Bill, come on, she already went through. She went through already. Throttle, throttle. Good. She let out the turn. Go ahead, Pam, I got it. She made that turn perfectly. Pick your head up. I'm looking, just looking at the cones. I'm looking at you. Good head turn. Turning too early. And that's something I forgot to go over, guys. You can't turn too early. Now, your front wheel might make it, but your back wheel won't. All right. Preload. Well, first of all, step number 1 for you is just relax. Just relax, loosen up. All right. Remember, there's no wall over here, no cars, no people. Just cones. So there's nothing to be nervous about, nothing to hit. All right. You're in first gear. Cover the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. That's good. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Good. Head and eyes. Look where you want to go. As soon as that motorcycle starts to move, pick your foot up. Make sure your handlebars are turned. That's a balance thing. That's okay. Turn your head. All right, he's staring at the cones. Keep your head turned that way. You're still looking down. All right. Don't move. Okay. So what I wanted to tell you, James, I meant to say that earlier, when you're going straight through, you can't commit to that turn too early. It's a 90-degree turn, so you can't cut it. If you cut it, your front wheel will make it, but the back of your motorcycle is not, okay? Secondly, when I say head and eyes, look, keep looking that way. Trust me, I get it. Every part of you wants to look like this because you want to see what's there. But you already know what's there, so don't worry about it. Trust me. Just look that way. Just trust it, all right? Just trust it. What's the worst that can happen? You run over one of my cones. I'd rather you run it over rather than stare at it and hit it. Because now it's almost like, you know, you're taking something out on my cones. Like you don't like it. You're looking at it saying, I'm going to take you out. All right? At least if you're not looking, you can say, my bad. All right? All right. All right, let's do it. Stop. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Get back up. Oh, you got reverse. I'm not helping you. All right. Before you even move, you should be looking that way. Okay? Because that's where you want to go. Make it happen. You see, Trevino got his whole body. He had one ass cheek on that seat. All right, come up some more. All right. First gear, cover the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. It's a balance thing, don't worry about it. It's just a balance thing, don't worry about it. It's just a balance thing. Inside. There we go. So what they're doing is, all right, Bill, show them how it's done. Keep your eyes over there, your head and your eyes. Bill won't turn his head and his eyes. All right, let's do it again. So all that was a balance thing. You got to kind of let the motorcycle go that way a little bit. Turn your wheel a little bit, just a little, okay. Good, turn the handlebars. All right, stay right here. Yeah, stay right here. Okay, so what a lot of you guys are doing is when you first start, that's what I said, one of the issues is people start out too fast. So because you start out too fast, you lose space. And now that turn is, unless you really lean it, you're not gonna make it, and you guys are shooting straight out. So remember, when your motorcycle has power, it wants to stand up and it wants to go straight. And you're trying to make a turn. That's why you're in the friction zone. So you don't want to give too much power to the rear wheel. You're giving a very little bit of power. Once that motorcycle starts to move, turn the handlebars and keep that little bit of power. You give more power, it's gonna stand up, okay? All right. Before you even move, I see you looking down. I don't want you looking down there. I want you looking up the whole time. Head and eyes. That's okay, you just gotta let the clutch out. That's why you're right before the sweet spot. Head and eyes, pick them up. Look at me, look at me. Yeah, there we go. Look at the difference. Look at me. Because his eyes are still looking down at the cones. Look at me, look at my hand. Look, just don't look down there, look at me. Look at me, look at me. He won't look at, don't look no place else. No, look at me. You're looking down, you look at it, you're gonna hit it. He can't do it. He can't bring himself to do it.
Man, hey, I can't.
I know. Don't worry about it.
I can't look at you.
Well, look at the horizon. All right, you ready? Look at my hand. Come out closer to the line. Okay, that way you can make the turn without hitting the cone. Preload, keep it loaded. Turn, look, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what you need to do. Use that rear brake. You have to use the rear brake. Okay. Look at my hand. Put that clutch right before the sweet spot. Turn, look at me. Got to turn the handlebars, and you got to slow down. See, he started out too fast, but when you start out too fast, that's what that rear brake is for. And he used it, it slowed him down, but then he got out of the turn. All right, Bill. Bill's getting frustrated, and I understand because Bill's been doing this for a while, and he can't stop looking down at those cones. But it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Stop. You already went straight through. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job, man. Got my hand up. I know I'm off camera. I want them to look at my hand. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Should I move? Look over there. You don't want to look at me. Don't look down. Trust and believe. Everything's going to be okay. Turn. Throttle, throttle. Beautiful. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. It wasn't just nice because he made the turn. He had some trust and belief right there. He started to put his foot down, and all he did was let the clutch out, and he was fine. That's beautiful. Nice. Nice. All right, you guys see Trevino go through there, and Tom did the same thing. You see his motorcycle going like this? When you first start moving, and if you feel like you're moving too fast, remember speed's taking away space from you. That's him using that rear brake. And even when he lets off the first time, if it's still going too fast, he's hitting it again. That's keeping him within this turn, all right? That's your friend. Now, I think, who made the turn last? Somebody made a turn, and they had it, and then they got out of it, and they hit the last cone. Keep the wheel turned as long as you need to keep it turned, and then you can come out of it, okay? But I want you, I'm only stopping you because I want you to realize that rear brake is so important, all right? Don't worry about it when you first start, your balance is off a little bit. Use the rear brake, that's gonna help you. And that way you can kind of shift your weight. It's almost like doing exercise number 3, because now you got both feet up. What Tony just did, that was excellent. Not just because he finally looked up, and because he made the turn, but most importantly, when he got right there, he had an oh crap moment, and I saw his leg go like this. He never put his foot down. Trust and believe. So good job, Tony. All right. Yes. James is gonna work on it. Yep. That's what Tom did before too. He's looking at me, and then at the last minute he looks down and he hits the outside cone. Keep looking where you want to go. Don't stop looking. Don't worry about it, Bill. All right, let's do it again, Pam. Nice, throttle. That was nice. See, her balance was off at first. She made the correction. She used the rear brake. She looked down, but then she looked back up. I saw you look down. I saw you look down. Let's do it again. Oh my God, beautiful. He's looking right at me. Beautiful. What a difference. He's looking right at me the whole time. I didn't put my hands up or anything. He was looking at me like I owed him money, but I'll take it. Beautiful, perfect. Excellent display of using the rear brake, the throttle, and the clutch. Now you want to make sure you're not making that turn too early, all right? Just turn those handlebars. Come up some more. Okay. Cover that, Too much speed, too much speed. Nice. All right, after this, just pull up to those double cones right there, those 4 cones. Keep your eyes on me. On me. Beautiful. Do that again, perfect. Do it again. Same thing, man, copy and paste. That was perfect. Oh, he looked down, but he's good. Good, perfect. Beautiful. Turn those handlebars, turn them. You're looking right at it. All right. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
You start out great, and then at the end, you look at that cone, and that's why you keep hitting it.
Okay.
So, I want you to look at me, and just keep looking at me throughout the whole turn. Much better. All right, make sure you're not using that front brake because I'm just looking at it. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the single serpentine exercise number 5. All right, guys, so good job there. I remember the first time I heard head and eyes, and I'm like, please, how much difference can that make? What a huge difference it makes. So, for instance, that's why I like when I can see your eyes. Tony thought he was getting away with it with the dark glasses, but I said to him, just look at me. And he would look at me, and his head kept going like this. And that's all it takes is that one little move, and that's what Tom was doing. Tom head and eyes perfect. And while he's in the turn, then he'd look at that cone, and he'd hit that last cone. All right. You just have to, and he's already, listen, once you get in there, you've already made the turn. So just continue to do what you're doing and you're fine. And then some of you guys, when you had the oh crap moment, that's when you said, Lucille, give me some speed. Then if you get that, if you add speed, but you don't add lean, you're not going to make that turn, okay? Again, I don't want you guys to beat yourselves up or get discouraged. This is only the first time you're probably doing this. It's definitely the first time here. So don't worry about it. And like I said, we're going to do that more and more. And when we do follow the leader, that's why I always go through that again. Some people, for some reason, do better and follow the leader. And I don't know if it's because they're looking at the motorcycle right in front of them, all right? Anyway, like I said, we all learn differently. Okay, now for you people that were dying to lean your motorcycle, Pam, we're gonna do single serpentine, okay? Now my motorcycle is here because I want to show you guys at least how far I want you to go out. These cones are 15 feet apart, as I stated earlier. So when you go outside these cones, I want you to lean the motorcycle. Now 15 feet is a lot of space, so really you don't have to lean, but I want you to lean. So I want you to make sure you're not going too fast. When you pass a cone, for instance, this is the gate, but I'm gonna have you guys coming this way just because I don't want to be shooting into the sun. So when you pass the gate, remember you're starting from out here. This cone, I want you to be close to it, okay? And when you come over here to make your next turn, start your next turn early so that when you're passing this cone, you're kind of close to it. You don't have to be right up on it, but kind of close to it. The reason I'm saying that is if you start turning late, it's going to catch you eventually. Now, if you can really lean your motorcycle, then that really doesn't matter. But again, we're trying to do everything simpler, okay? Now, Tony, you're going to love this one. My camera is going to be right here. It's going to be down here. I want you looking at my camera, say cheese if you want, but I want you looking at my camera the whole time you're going through this. You don't need to look at these cones. If you want to look at the first cone, fine. It should still be through your peripheral vision. After that, head straight up. The motorcycle is kind of moving underneath you. I've had a few people ask me, do you counterbalance? No, I don't counterbalance. But if you notice anything I do, it might look like I'm counterbalancing, but really I'm just keeping my body center of gravity. And I let the motorcycle move under me, all right? So I'm gonna run through this and you're gonna notice that as I run through this, my throttle is the same the whole time, all right? And that's what you always kind of wanna do with everything that we're doing out here, all right? Smooth, easy. My head is straight ahead. Now, if you don't want to lean the motorcycle that much, fine. Also using my rear brake to take care of my speed. The whole time, my head is straight up. I'm also on my rear brake to make sure I'm not going too fast, all right? Remember, you're the boss. You have to control everything. So if you feel like, whoa, I'm going too fast, slow down. Because if you are going too fast, yeah, you're just making it harder for you to make these transitions, okay? All right, any questions? All right, Pam, and the rest of yous, line up down there. You're gonna be coming straight for my camera. You're doing this, shoulders, nice and easy. Yeah, so like I said over there, wherever you can, if you can get up to 7 miles per hour or something like that, wherever your throttle and your clutch is, keep it there, all right? Use your rear brake to regulate your speed, nice and easy, nice and easy. Look straight ahead. Good. Good. Not bad at all, Pam. Not bad at all. Nice. Show him how it's done, man. Now, he's got a lot of brake lights on there, so I can see he's using them. And like I said, the way his handlebars are set up, it's very nice. It looks like it would be very easy to steer. Good job. Straight ahead, Tony. Straight ahead. Look straight ahead. Good. All right, I know I said slow speed, but I want him to go a little bit faster. But that's fine, it's only his first time through. I want some lean incorporated. He's kind of straight up and down. Oh, that's too, he's going too fast. See, that's why he's hitting cones. Going too fast. Nice and easy, swinging and swaying. Dipping and diving. Throttle, throttle! Oh, he nipped that cone. All right, I want him to come out wider. You, Sean is done.
Oh my day.
Nice and wide. Come on, nice and wide. Good. See how wide? Pam. Do it the same way. Same way. Nice. I want it, yeah, a little more. Started right the last time, right? Yeah, so start on this side.
I did left last time.
Huh?
I did left last time.
Okay, so start the other side. Trevino, that was excellent. I want you to go a little bit wider this time. All right, go ahead. See how wide he's going? That's what I want you to do. Go wider. Nice. See how wide I want you to do. Go wide. Because if you go wide, it's going to force you to lean that motorcycle and turn those handlebars. Tony's looking right at my cones. His head is right down. I'm looking at it. I don't have to be in front of him to see where he's looking. But what he is doing is demonstrating some clutch, throttle, and rear brake control. All right? Got to always find the positive in what people are doing. Nice and wide. Nice and easy. Nope, still hitting the cones because he's too close. This is like deja vu. At least there's only one. Okay, so again, that's why I want you guys to go out wide. He's hugging the cones, and that's why I'm clipping them. If you go out wide, it's forcing you to lean more, and forcing you to turn your handlebars more. This is where we get loose, right? This is where we get loose. Nice. I want him to go a little bit slower, because, whoa. Now see, if that was a taller cone, he would have hit it, but much better. I want him to go a little slower. All right, come on, Bill. I see the rear brakes coming on, so he's using them. And I like that. Listen, sometimes that's the biggest thing. People not using the rear brake and getting used to it, he's using it. Very good, man. Very good. See the hands? Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Nice, nice and wide. Oh, it's going too fast. Very good. Wow, it's swinging very nicely. It's a big motorcycle too, so it looks good doing it. Throttle. Very good. Slow down. Still not going out wide. See, he's hugging the cones. All right, guys. We're gonna move on to exercise number 6, which is the U-turn. Everybody loves the U-turn. How could you not like a U-turn? It looks so good too when you do it right. All right, good job for the most part. James, you just gotta slow down. And you have to go out wide, all right? Again, I don't use the cones that, you know, most courses use, those 12, 16 feet cones. Clearly they use those so that you have to really clear a cone. Your saddlebags can't go over them. But those also cause scratches and scuffs on your motorcycle, and this is not that kind. All I'm trying to do is get your confidence level up, okay? All right. Oh, Tony, I got something for you. I'll give it to you later. It's a restraining order from my cones because you're making them uncomfortable because you keep staring at them. Stop staring at my cones. I'm behind him, but I can still see his head like this. Okay? All right. The U-turn. All right, this is exercise number 6. Everybody loves it. Is this 6? Yes, this is 6. All right, so we have 27 feet here. That's 3 parking spaces. If any of you want to do an 18-foot U-turn, that's here. So if that's what you want to do, just don't pass this line. Make your U-turn within these 2 parking spaces. If you say, no, Robert, I'm not ready for that, pass this line, and now you have all this space. So here's what I'm going to tell you. When you come in here, if you're going to make a left U-turn, this cone right here is what I want you to go towards. Tony, you can look at this cone, but don't stare at it, all right? What are we turning first, Tony? Head and eye or handlebars? Hand. That's right. So when you get right here, I want you to look at my camera. I put a green cone there, but it's too low. I want you to look at my camera. Head and eyes, handlebars, and go for it. Now, forget about this 18 feet. Go for it. All right? That's just to get you to turn your head and your eyes and your handlebars. That doesn't mean you have to make the U-turn within here. All right? And then go straight out. Now, some people like to use momentum, making U-turns. So if you're going to make a left U-turn, sway left, sway right, and then make the U-turn. Head and eyes, handlebars. If you're going to make a right U-turn, same thing. Now you're looking, not staring, at this cone. Come towards the cone. Now, get as close to it as you can. You don't have to get that close to it because you have plenty of room. Don't worry about it. And if you feel like you're going to hit a cone, just hit the cone. All right? I want you to try not to hit it. Like there was one turn, when we were in exercise number 4, Trevino was making a left turn. He had one ass cheek on the seat. That's how much he was leaning. He was like this. It's not like a mountain bike, you know? It's a heavy motorcycle, so if you're doing all of this, I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter at all. It matters more when the motorcycle is moving very slow, where your weight shifts are gonna matter. But at a certain speed, yeah, you're just showing people your right butt cheek, all right? So, same thing here. Head and eyes, handlebars, camera, go for it. All right? Any questions? I can watch people make U-turns all day because, hold up, Tom's got a question. Okay, go ahead.
You're going up to make, say, a left U-turn. You're hugging the cones. Do you turn the bike right then left to
You-
get it in the momentum of making a left turn?
I'm gonna demonstrate it, but if you're making a left turn, you dip left, then right, and then make the left turn.
Dip left
Yeah.
and right.
If you're making a right turn, you dip right. Whichever way you're going, that's the way you dip first. So in other words, if I'm gonna make a left turn, I go like this.
Okay.
Okay? But it's done quickly. It's not a whole bunch of stuff. Or you can dip right. It all depends on what makes you more comfortable.
Right, then go right.
Some people want to really build so they start left. But if you want to go right as you're going straight, just go like this. Yeah, you can do that too. Or you could just go straight and just make the turn. You know, whatever you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Can you just go and then just,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know what I mean? Just
Go for it, Tony.
yeah,
I'm gonna show you.
just left and then right.
I'm just gonna go for. I'll do all three. And you know, you pick which is most comfortable for you. First gear, check. Cover the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. If I want to use momentum, right turn, same thing. Head and eyes, handlebars, head and eyes, handlebars. All right, one more thing I want to talk to you guys about before we go. So I'm going to start from like back there, and I'm going to roll up here, and I'm going to get my motorcycle where I want it as far as speed. And wherever my wherever my throttle is, and wherever my clutch is, that's where I'm going to leave it. And then I can do whatever I want in here. I can lean the motorcycle as much as I want. I can lean it as little as I want. It's not going to fall because as long as I don't change anything drastically, I'm good, right? Listen to the engine. The brake is always coming in because you use it if you feel like you're going too fast. All right? That's why it's always covered, because you want to be able to use it right away. And you're not smashing it. It's not like when you're doing this on the turn. Sometimes you're dragging it. You're dragging it to control your speed.
A little bit of pressure on us, what you're saying.
Little bit of pressure, yeah. You're dragging that speed. 9 times out of 10, I'm watching you guys as you're doing the single serpentine, and I actually said on camera that Trevino's got so much brake lights in the back of his motorcycle. I love it. I can see he's using his. I can see Bill was using his. I see when somebody's using it and when somebody's just flying through here. Now, if there are riders that don't need to use the rear brake at all. All they're doing is practicing their clutch control. That's not how I was taught, so. Good question. All right, I'm comfortable with this speed. I'm comfortable where my clutch is. All I got to do is turn my head and my handlebars. Everything else is taken care of. I'm comfortable where it is. Doesn't matter how much I lean. As long as that's still there, I'm fine. Keep it right there. It's fine. All right? No big variations in your engine, and you should be fine. Any questions? All right, Pam. She's in first gear. She's covering the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, picks her foot up. Look at that. Nice. Oh, that was perfect. As a matter of fact, if you noticed, she actually got out of the turn a little bit because she was going to hit those cones right there for the 18 feet. Pick your head up, you're looking straight down. Good. Good. Not turning his head at all. Got to turn your head, Bill. All right, throttle's good. He's on the rear brake. Turn the head. Turn your head. Look at me. Beautiful. Very nice. Nice and smooth. Nice. I want Clay to slow down a little bit on that U-turn. All right, I'm gonna tell you what he did wrong. Good, head, eyes. Look over here. Good. Look at my camera. Look at my camera. You're looking down. And what happened there is he's looking down and then he's adding speed. Good. Too much speed, not turning his head. What Bill's gonna do is we're gonna move on to exercise number 7, and then he's gonna come over here and rock it. Nice. All right, so James, this is what you did. What you did is this. If you turn like that, it's not, and you're going fast too, there's not enough room, you're gonna go straight out. So you gotta kind of hug that line. Head and eyes, you turn from here, not from here, okay? All right. Better, but he's going fast. You gotta slow down, slow down. Head and eyes, turn those handlebars. Throttle, throttle. We gotta get her to relax, that's all. She's tensed up. But that's why we practice. It's gonna get to a certain point where even if your heart rate goes up a little bit, you're not going to be panicking. The head turns, but then it goes back down. And that's what happens. All right, come on, Bill. Slow down, Bill. Head and eyes. Much better, but he slowed down. You were going for it. All right, Clay. I need you to slow down. You're going way too fast in there. Does this motorcycle have a name?
No, not really.
Okay, good. But you letting it be the boss. You take over. Nice and easy. His turn should get a lot tighter if he's going slower. Head and eyes. Much tighter. Look at that. Much better. Much better. And I'm not surprised. Nice and easy. All right, use the rear brake, head and eyes, handlebars. All right, you're going to be going on this side now, right turns. All right, so now we got Pam. Right turns, leader of the pack. Head and eyes. Beautiful. Use all the space that you have. Same thing happens every time. He makes the turn and then he gets out of the turn and hits the last cone. Look at my camera. Beautiful. Good job. All right, Bill. Bill's made the correction as far as slowing down. That's why he was able to make that left turn. The head and eyes, that's something we've been fighting for over a month now. He's perfected doing it without the head and eyes. It was just the speed before, that was all. Remember guys, if you're going fast, you're losing space. Head and eyes, good. Yeah, those right turns will get you. He's got to turn those handlebars and you got to lean the motorcycle. See, Clay here is too fast, too much speed. Gotta slow down. Because when you go faster, you feel safer because the motorcycle is taking over some of the responsibility. Like right here, see how fast he's going? It's too fast. Too fast, too fast. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable to the point where it doesn't feel that bad anymore. Now you see how slow Pam is going there? If she's going just a little bit faster, she doesn't make that U-turn. So it's slow speed riding for a reason. Now if you're going faster but you lean the motorcycle more, then you can make it. So you got to kind of pick what you're going to do. Slow down, lean more, turn the handlebars more. In the perfect rail, you go slow, turn the handlebars all the way, lock, and lean all the way. That's how you get a 16-foot U-turn. If your motorcycle can make a 16-foot U-turn. Bill's head is buried. He's fighting it. All right. Head, handlebars, turn. You gotta lean, baby, lean. That's fine, that's fine, good. You heard his throttle go up? If you want to make your throttle higher right before a turn, just in case, that's fine. Rather it be too high than too low. Too much speed. All right, this is the last time around. Head and eyes. Over here. Good. Go to the next exercise, all the way over there. All right, here's Tom, last attempt at a right U-turn. Head and eyes, going a little too fast. He slowed down, good. That's the rear brake. But he doesn't, there we go, you gotta keep that turn. He gets out of the turn too quickly, and then that's why he usually hits that last cone, that outside cone. That time he was right on it. And again, I don't care if you just make it, as long as you make it. Nice. It's doing it kind of straight up. But the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll get with leaning the motorcycle. Bill's head is buried. Much better. That was nice. Nice and smooth. Here's Clay, head and eyes, handlebars, throttle up. Good. Perfect. I need James here to slow down and lean that motorcycle. Head and eyes, nice head and eyes, but it's going too fast and not enough lean. And last but certainly not least, Bill, the caboose of the class. And that doesn't mean he's at the bottom, it means he likes to go last in the exercises. All right. All right, guys, exercise number 7, figure 8. All right, guys, I'm gonna call the U-turn something's gotta give. And what I mean by that is, if you go into a U-turn 27 feet, and anything really, but I'm talking about the U-turn. If you're going fast, you have to lean and turn the handlebars more. All right? So that's pretty much what James was doing. That's what Clay was doing at first. That's what Bill was, where's Bill? Oh, that's what Bill was doing. As soon as Bill slowed down, no problem. Now Tony slowed down, but Tony is slowing down so much that he's almost doing exercise number 2, where he doesn't have to lean the motorcycle at all. All right, remember, I want you to lean the motorcycle. Now, I do want you to know that I'm happy to see that you're doing that kind of U-turn, because that still takes throttle control, clutch, and the rear brake. All right, so that's something that clearly we want to work on. Like I said, I could do U-turns and watch them all day. All right, because as I watch them, I see the improvement. I see it getting narrower and narrower. All right, so that's good stuff. All right. Actually, Trevino at one point, that first right turn attempt went out wide. Head and eyes, lean that motorcycle a little bit. You know, you'll feel more comfortable as you go on practicing. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions about that? All right. Great. Okay. The figure 8. If you guys so choose to do it, all we're doing here is making a bunch of U-turns like we just did. Now you still have the same amount of space in width, 27 feet wide. 46 feet long. Plenty of room. All right. This is the entrance. So when you come into the figure 8, I want you to go for this cone all the way down here. And after you go to this cone, that's the last time you're looking at a corner. After that, you're looking at the side. Because once you're here, head and eyes, handlebars. You're looking for the furthest green cone and go for it. Use all of the space that you have. Now listen, if you don't have a problem leaning your motorcycle, you can turn right here and you'll be fine. But from what I'm looking at, everybody, use all the space that you have. You're looking at that cone, you're going for that cone. So you should be facing this direction. Now, I don't want you to think, all right, I'm getting too close to it. Time for me to make the turn. Unless you can make the turn. Remember, however early you make one turn is making it tighter on the other side, okay? So once you get about right here, now you're gonna be looking for this cone. So clearly when you first start, you're not gonna be able to see it. Just keep looking. Keep looking, oh, there it is, I see it already. And you're gonna go around and you're coming right here. Then, head and eyes, you're looking for that other cone. There it is, I see it already in my peripheral. Peripheral vision is an amazing thing, all right? And that's all you're doing. You do that twice, and then you're out. Let me show you how it looks. Now, especially in this exercise, speed is not your friend, because you're just taking up space, all right? Remember, all the rules are the same. Wherever your throttle is, that's where you keep it. Use your rear brake. Head and eyes, nothing changes no matter what we do, all right? So this is where you're coming initially. Head and eyes, handlebars. I see it, there it is. I'm facing right at it. Head and eyes, handlebars. Just keep looking until you see it. I see it. I see it. Don't worry about looking the other way. You're not going to hit anything. If you do, it's just a cone. Use all the space you have. Any questions? All right, Pam. Now listen, I want you guys to always know Robert Simmons paying it forward is not a competition. There's never any pressure. If you don't feel comfortable doing something, like if you try it just once and you go, ah, that's it. That's it. If everybody in this practice session as a whole says, Robert, just move on to follow the leader. We're not doing it. Oh, let's go back and do the other stuff. And that's what we do. You guys run this. I don't run this. All right? Okay. Pam, you doing this? Yeah, if you want to try it, just one. Because what I will tell you is if you weren't leaning the motorcycle in that U-turn, it's going to be a little harder to do this. All right? You got to lean. You don't have to lean a lot. I want you to know you don't have to lean a lot. If you use all of the space, I'm not leaning a lot. If I use all of the space, and I'm going kind of fast, should be going a little slower. Because if you go slow, yeah, you can do all of this. But that's not what we're trying to do here. She made sure she was in first gear, good. Cover the rear brake. Just coming right here. Head and eyes, look all the way over your shoulder. Throttle, 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 throttle. Right here, look at me, look at me. All right. It's only the first try. Come back in, Pam. Nobody else is ready, so come back in. Throttle. Head and eyes. Throttle, 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 throttle. Look at me. Right here. Come right here. And guys, the figure eight is not easy. All right? I want everybody to understand that. That's why it's progressed up into the... I should do this last, actually. All right, head and eyes. Look right here. That happens. Come on, Clay. Right here. Okay. Head and eyes. Look at me. Good. Good. Throttle. Good. Throttle. Look at me. Good. Look at the exit. Good job, baby. All right. That's what I like to see. Look over your shoulder. Right here. Right. Good. Go. No, keep it. All right. Okay, so Trevino, what you did is, when you came here, you started this turn too early. That's why you got to come as close to the center as possible, and now you have more room to make this turn. You still could have made that turn, but just got to lean more, okay? Oh, she took the helmet off, all right. Can see better. Many might disagree with this strategy, but we're all grown people. All right, look at me. Throttle, throttle. See, the throttle's down. You're good. Keep it turned, keep it turned, keep it turned. All right, now go that way. Look at me. Throttle, throttle. Look at me. Look. Come on, come on, come on. All right, start over. That's good though. It's getting better already. Getting better already. That was beautiful. Throttle. So Tom's cutting himself short. And then go all the way over there. Use all the space you got. Here I am, right here. Good, perfect. Good. Good. Come right here. Keep that wheel turned. Good. All right. Nice, 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 nice. Right here. Keep it turned. Keep it turned. Go. Look at the exit. Look at the exit. Lean it, baby. Lean it. Lean it. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. All right, come on, girl. You got this. Go all the way over there. Use all the space. Throttle, throttle. Look at me. Look at me. Come right here. Keep on coming. All right, now go. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Use that rear brake if you go too fast. But the important thing is she's getting that turn right here. That's one of the most important things. Because now the next turn won't be so difficult. Good. Good. Very nice. You see, he doesn't need all the space either. Look at the exit. Beautiful. Good job. That's better than the last time. Tom. Hey, Tom. The last time you came in here, you made your turn right here. You're making it difficult. Come all the way out here. Use all the space that you have. Pam, that was excellent because when you came in like this. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to come in like this because now this turn is too tight. So that's perfect. Use all the space. Look over here. Good. It happens.
Almost.
Yeah, that happens.
A little too close to that. I should have turned a bit more sooner.
You were good, but sometimes you got to squeeze the clutch in to make that turn.
Okay.
All right, try it again. You're going to get this before the day's over. Hey, Tony, I heard you were going to try this once. Tony, Anthony. Good. Hey, Tony, I heard you were going to try this once?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. I heard it through the grapevine. All right, so are we done here? Nobody else is doing it? Oh, you're going to do one more time? Okay. You have it. You have it. Now, that happens sometimes. Sometimes when you're at that transition, you get stuck in that direction. That happens. So you want to make sure that, like when Clay did it, when Clay is doing it, he's making turns like this. Now, it does help to pull a clutch in sometimes if you have to make that turn. But if you feel like you need to make the turn a little earlier, that's fine. As long as your motorcycle's facing here and not here, you'll be fine. All right? Let's try it again, Tom. Use all that space. Ah, you rip yourself off. It's okay. Look at me. All right. Now, turn it off. Put the kickstand down. Put your feet further. There you go. It's all legs. There you go. And just push it straight up. The kickstand's already down. So I know you heard me yell at you. The only reason you got caught over here is because you gave up a lot of space over there.
Yeah.
If you would have went all the way over, this would have been fine. You want to try it again?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so Tom's going to try this again. I'm going to stand where I want him to come over here. Oh, actually, Trevino's going again. Turn your head, look for that cone. You gave up a lot of space here too. Yeah, that's tight. Oh no, look at this. Everything, same thing. You gave up a lot of space on that side. But you still could have had it here, but once you were concentrating so much on these cones, I'm looking at them, you let the clutch out. Not you didn't let it out, you had it in.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to work on that transition. Yeah, I don't really need this. This is just.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
All right, Tom. Anthony's over there working on the U-turns. Come all the way to me. Good. Now look at that green cone. All right, turn. Turn. You got it. Turn your head. Good, come over here. All right, turn your head. That's an Indian problem, CVO.
Doesn't that one
Yeah.
turn more than your CVO?
It feels like it turns easier
Yeah, it looks like you're doing.
because it's lighter. There's no fairing on it, you know, it's... Good, go all the way over there, good. Right here. Good, perfect, throttle, throttle. Lean, lean, that's the thing, that lean. The right turns are the toughest. Make sure you go all the way over there. Look over here. Good. Lean. Long as you lean, you're good. Good. Ah. All right. We're going to move on to exercise number 8. You can try one more time if you want. All right, guys, I want them to keep doing it, but in the interest of saving time, exercise number 8, double offset serpentine. This is the offset double serpentine. And a lot of the stuff that we were doing in the figure 8 comes into play here. What I mean by that is, when you come through this gate, I want you to know you don't have to come through this gate like this. You can actually come through like this. Now remember, in the figure 8, I told you, don't go to the corner. Well, after you go to the corner initially, don't go to the corner anymore, you're going to the side. That's pretty much what you're doing here. When you come through this gate, don't go for the next gate. Go to the side of the gate. All right, last week I put cones here, all right, but I ran out of cones. The reason you're coming here is, when you make this turn, head and eyes, when you go through this gate, you should be coming through this gate closer to this cone initially, and your motorcycle should be coming through sideways, just like you came through that gate. And now, I want you to go towards the gate you just came from. That's how I want you to keep your handlebars. Figure 8s. So now, you're going through that gate, same thing. Turn your handlebars, head and eyes. Now, I want you to go towards the gate you just came from. Come through here, this cone first, that's what you're going to be closest to. You're going through almost sideways, Go to the gate you came from. Head and eyes, look at this gate. Turn. Now you're looking for the gate you just came from. Figure eights. You're doing figure eights. All right? Now I'm gonna show you on the motorcycle, because me talking to you and going like this probably is not helping you at all. I'm not gonna just run through it. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna say some stuff to you, and hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, feel free to come closer. I'm not gonna bite you. So when I come through, I'm facing this way. There's no gate that I'm coming from that I can look at yet. All right? My head and my eyes are gonna be over my shoulder, trying to look at this gate, because that's the gate I'm looking at. All right? I'm going toward it, but I'm not going there. So when I go through this next gate, I'm going for that gate right there. So when I come through, my motorcycle's actually facing this way, even though I'm going that way. Head and eyes, gotta lean. Going towards the gate I came from. Towards it, not to it. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. As always, using that rear brake. Come in. Facing this way. Head and eyes. I'm facing this way. Head and eyes. Now I'm facing this way. Head and eyes. Now I'm facing this way. Head and eyes. I'm never going right towards the gate. So I'm never going right towards the gate. I'm always going towards the gate I just came from. Now, truth be told, can you make this if you go straight to the gate? Of course you could. It's going to require you to lean the motorcycle more. So you get the point. You could go straight to it, but that's not what I want you to do, because you can see it's requiring me to lean the motorcycle a whole lot, and that's not what I want you to do. Any questions? And I have a very simple answer. You let gravity take over, and then you catch it, because like I said before, you're always letting your motorcycle fall. You're just controlling whether it's going to go all the way down or a little bit down. So turn your motorcycle, let it fall. Exercise number 3, you let it fall, and you caught it as soon as you felt it. Let it fall and just trust that as long as you have that power there, you're going to be fine. All right, you're going to be fine. Say it again.
As long as it's pushing.
That's it. As long as there's still power to that rear wheel, you're not going to fall. All right, who's going? Oh, Pam. How am I going to ask? Come on, Pam. I was about to ask a silly question. Who's first? It's Pam. Ladies first. You can't just use it when it's convenient. Come on, come on. Throttle, 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 throttle. So she gave it too much throttle. That's clutch control right there. Throttle, throttle. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, nobody else is mounted up. So slow down. Good. Turn your head. You're looking right at it. Anybody else going? Wait a minute. Where did Trevino go? Where did Trevino go? Oh, Trevino disappeared too. Yeah, a little too late. All right, Clay did the figure eight pretty easy, so I'm predicting he's going to get this eventually today. No. You got to come here.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought that looked wrong.
Good. Turn your head. Turn your head. Throttle, throttle. Slow down. Going too fast. Okay, good. All right, he's turning a little early. He clipped one cone, but so far, I told you guys, I predicted it. The way that he did that figure eight, the figure eight is the lead up to this. If you can do that figure eight, you can do anything out here. I say that all the time. Oh, that was a nice turn right there. A little too wide. Ah, almost. He's gonna get it. Just a matter of time. Turn your head. Good, I hear him using the rear brakes. Good, turn. He didn't turn. Yeah, he turned too late. You turned too late, you had it. Come on, Clay, you got this. Oh, we're gonna have a collision here. Oh, Tom's gonna come first. Slow down, slow down. All right, that's gonna be tight. Throttle, throttle. Keep coming, keep coming. All right, nice. Now you see he leans. That's what you have to do to make things easier. You lean the motorcycle, it's gonna make all of these turns easier. See his transitions? See how smooth they are? Throttle, throttle. Keep that throttle up. Good, turn your head. Clay, good job. I knew he was gonna do it. I told you guys he was gonna do it. Not surprised at all. See, he's committed to that turn too early, and now that turn's much tighter as a result. They have to come all the way out, all the way over to here. Good job, Clay. Good head turn. Good transition. Good clutch control. The throttle is steady. Head and eyes. Beautiful. One more. Going for the exit. Outstanding. Oh, here's Trevino. He disappeared for a while. Keep coming, all right. Good, good. Good, come all the way to the right, all the way to the right. Okay, now left. Good, just keep doing that, figure eights. All the way to the left, all right. Lean, baby, lean, lean, lean. All the way to the right and to the left. Good. Good. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. That's just the clutch, too much. Pulled the clutch in too much, didn't let it out enough. Yeah, you're not coming that far enough. That's why. And that way, once you do that, this one is even tighter. You got to come all the way over here. And that way, when you go, see which way your motorcycle's facing? You should be going through almost straight. All right. Trevino's going for it again. Nice, good. All the way to the right. Good. Look at the exit you came from. Look at the exit you came from. Now you see his motorcycle's jumping up and down, up and down. That's because his throttle's not steady. He's using the rear brake to slow him down, but everything's herky-jerky. It makes it harder to control the motorcycle when it's jumping all over the place. Good, much better. Keep that throttle up, get that throttle up. All right, so that time he hit the throttle up, but it kind of bursted him forward, so there's a lot of speed. Use that rear brake, get the throttle up. The throttle's too low. Throttle's too low. It's gonna catch you eventually. Keep that throttle up. Keep that throttle up. Look where you're going. Look where you want to go. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Come on. Come to me. All right, it's tighter now. Come on. Good job. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 9, rear collision avoidance. All right, guys, exercise number 9, rear collision avoidance. You're going to bring your motorcycle to this white line. The white line to the cones is 5 feet. This is simulating that you're stopped behind a car. We're always scanning when we're riding. You see that there's a car coming up behind you, doesn't look like it's slowing down. So because you're always scanning, you don't wait till the last minute, so this is not like an emergency thing. Take your time. What these cones represent is another car in a lane. So what you're going to be doing is lane splitting. That's what this is. This is an emergency. You need to get out. Lane splitting. Same thing on that side. So, same thing. You're waiting at a light. This is why we don't sit at a red light in neutral. You have your right foot on the rear brake. Even if you're not on the rear brake, that's fine. You shouldn't be in neutral. Right? If you got to hold a clutch and just, you know, if you're on the level ground, you should be fine. You can just put both your feet down. Or even if you got to hold your front brake. But you should never just be in neutral. Riding a motorcycle is not like driving a car. You have to always be vigilant, aware of what's going on, and already planning what you're going to do just in case. Okay? All right. Now, this simulation, we're in the middle of the lane. My suggestion is you should never be in the middle of a lane. That's the oil slick spot. And even if you don't see it, it could be accumulating on your tires if you're always driving in it. Okay? Not only that, I would never stop this close to a car anyway. I'm always back a little bit further, and I'm always a little bit to the right or to the left. So that way, if something does happen, it's a lot easier to go around. But for practice purposes, we're going to do it like this. Okay? So the way we're going to run this is, and what I'm going to say is if you do it nice and slow, no issue. If you do it in an emergency type of way, fast, when you first move, you're going to have to squeeze your clutch in to make that next turn. Otherwise, you're going to go straight through here if you try to just keep that same speed. It's just not how it works. Remember, under power, this thing wants to go straight. So if you turn the handlebars and go this way and you don't pull the clutch in, you're going to go right into the side of that car. All of the owners of these cars have been notified. Insurance is in place. So the way we're going to do this is, when Pam gets up here, I guess Clay, well, Clay's not behind her. Whoever's behind her, just start coming towards her. When she sees you, because she's scanning, she's not going to wait till the last minute. She's going to go to the left. She's going to escape through that, through the lane splitting between the cars. And the next time she comes through, she's going to go to the right side. Okay? Everybody clear about what we're doing? All right. So, and then after Pam goes, whoever's after her, they're going to wait until somebody comes behind them. As soon as they come, go. All right? Let me just show you what it's going to look like. Nice and easy. I'm in first gear, checking my mirrors. Wow, somebody's close to me. Go up to the line, Pam. Okay. Not bad at all, Pam. Not bad at all. Go. All right, he clipped the car. Good job. Good job. Come closer. Okay. Nice job. Nice. Why are you not covering the rear brake? There we go. All right, go. You already got rear-ended. And you hit a car. Got to cover that rear brake. All right, Pam, now you're going this way. Good job. Nice. That was nice. That was nice. He went forward, rear brake, clutch in, transition. That was perfect. The speed took over. Oh, now it's cloudy. That's okay. Nice. He hit the car. It's okay. Yeah, Clay's whipping that thing around nicely. You can always tell by the fluidity. It's all good, man. Practice. Going to the left. Come up more. 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 Okay. I must have made Pam nervous. She was flawless up until this time. Very nice, nice and smooth. Nice. That preload was very nice too, and he kept it loaded. Nice. All right, come on, Tony, we got this. There we go. All right, this time right. Very good. Good job, Tom. Oh, it was good though. All I care about is the fact that he's using his clutch, his throttle, and his rear brake properly. Nice. Very good. Going to the right. There we go, Tony. Happens. Nice. Yeah, just go. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the maze, and I will be amazed if anybody attempts it. Actually, that's not true. I think Clay's going to do it. All right, guys. As I said on the camera that you guys didn't hear, this is the maze. This is a bonus exercise, and I will be amazed if anybody attempts the maze. So the question is, does anybody want to attempt the maze? Okay, good. Trevino said yes. So all the maze is U-turns. So if you come in this side, you're making a left, a right, and a left. If you come in this side, you're making a right, a left, and a right. So you can work on both sides equally. But if you cannot make an 18-foot U-turn, this is not going to happen. All right, 18 feet or less. This is not going to happen. So again, there's no trick. The green cones, I didn't put the green cones there for you to look at them. I just want you to know what cone you got to make your turn at, just in case sometimes you get hypnotized by the cones. All right, so you don't want to try turning from here. You got to come over here. Look. I started to say it's plenty of room, but that's bullcrap. It's not plenty of room. But you have to lean the motorcycle. There's no way you're going to make this if you don't lean the motorcycle. And you don't want to be going too fast. As I said before, you have to control your speed. Now, in that last exercise, Tom, that was excellent. Even if you guys don't do one part of something perfect, I'm always looking at the other stuff that you're doing. And the fact that he used his throttle, his clutch control, his rear brake to make that transition, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what you have to do if you're going a little too fast. Nice easy speed, a little pressure on the rear brake. Back through. The right turns on my weak spot. So you'll notice that if I'm going fast, I always slow down right before that turn because I need that space. Sacrifice. All right, this is our first BMW out here on Robert Simmons Paying It Forward practice session number 14. So I don't care what he does, it's a BMW out here. So he's not turning his head. Got to turn your head. Yeah. I knew Clay was going to try it. Turn your head. Too much speed. Too much speed. Turn your head, look at me. Yeah, it's tight. I moved the cone and he used the lane. We good? We good? Or are you going again? Dad? I love the fact that he's trying it. See, he doesn't have a problem leaning, but he incorporates speed too. Too much speed. Pam is over there working on the right turns, left turns. All right, guys, I'm pretty sure we're done. So now it's time to move on to follow the leader. Oh, we got Clay coming through again. Why not? All right, now, whoa. All right, guys, follow the leader. All right, guys, so we moved on to the real fun, follow the leader. Here are the rules. If you knock down a cone, go back and pick it up, and then fall in. It used to be over there, but now these people are here. Fall into like the middle somewhere so that we can go around you, okay? We go around you one time and then fall back in, okay? If we're riding on the concrete, the grass that borders that concrete, if you go onto the grass, you're out. Same thing, come back, blah, blah, blah. If you put your foot down, you're out. We're working on the honor system. Keep in mind, I got a 360 camera on top of my head. So when I go back and edit it, I can clearly see if you know, and I will put something on the screen saying cheater or something like that, all right? And that's about it. If I do an exercise and you don't feel comfortable doing it, just skip it, don't worry about it, all right? Any questions? The leader. So, it's 360. So it picks everything up. So, so follow the leader means wherever I put my wheels, whoever's behind me, your wheels got to go the same place and down the line. Okay? All right. He's going to be out because he wasn't here for the instructions. All right. Wow, that was awesome. Good job, Clay. I mean, he hung in there. He hung in there a lot. And the funny thing is, I was running out of space, and I was like, come on. So I'm trying to concentrate to make my motorcycle not move as much as I possibly can. And he was hanging in there. So good job, Clay. That was a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. So I'll do one more loop around these guys. And that's it. We'll wrap it up. You can see there was some precipitation on the lens. It was starting to sprinkle. So I said, all right, guys, let's get out of here. All right, guys, I'm going to shut it down right there. All right, guys, so practice session number 14 is in the books. It was another good day. Everyone had a lot of fun. And I'm happy to report that everyone is a little bit more confident leaving than they were coming. So that's always a good thing, because that's actually the goal of what we're doing here. Right now, the guys are picking up the cones, and that's always appreciated. And as I told you guys earlier, or actually I showed you that I dropped my motorcycle, so I'll just show you the damage. I don't have my rear guard, so the front guard, there we go for that. And because there's no saddlebag guards, that's what happened to the bag. No big deal. She has been christened. That's all that means to me. She's been christened. She's a practice bike. All right. Anyway, I do want to apologize to the preloaders that did come, because you know, I was doing the exit interviews with them, and I have them all recorded. I see their mouths moving, no sound. So clearly I didn't have the microphones on. So I want to apologize to them. I feel like I wasted their time. And they definitely had some good things to say. So it annoys me that it's not on here. But what I will tell you is, all of them said that they'll be back. All of them said that they enjoyed themselves, and they all got something out of the class. So, or out of the practice session. So that's all that's important to me. That's what's really most important to me. Things don't always go exactly as planned, but the end result is what's most important to me. All right. So again, I want to thank them. I let them know how much I appreciate them, and I appreciate you guys as well. And as I always say, guys, and it's relevant here, spend more time being thankful for the things that you have, and less time complaining about the things that you don't. All right, I want to give a shout out to my brothers and sisters in blue. Please be careful out there, guys, and know that you are appreciated. Special shout out to the NYPD Highway Patrol Motorcycle Unit, particularly Highway 1, because that's where I used to work, and the Highway District Motorcycle School, because that's who taught me how to ride the motorcycle the way I ride it. But the lessons didn't end there, guys. You have to keep practicing. Practice, practice, practice. Because practice breeds confidence. And a confident rider is a safer rider. Until next time, guys.